Hello camera friends, welcome back to the channel. A bit of a different video today. Sandmarc, the company that makes these two lenses and other products for mobile phones and devices, reached out to me, this guy right here, me. They're like, hey, do you want to try these lenses out? And I was like, hey, sure, I'd love to do that. So they sent them over. And with these two lenses, they also sent out this case that fits on the iPhone 17 Pro Max, which is, geez, I can't even do it, which I have right here. So, yeah, let's get these unboxed and show you what's cooking. Let's show you what's cooking. Does that make any sense? The first lens I'll unbox is their fisheye. Don't want to damage the boxes here. I've not yet tried these lenses out, and I've had these for a few weeks now, but I've been a little busy with other videos. So if you've watched any of those, thank you very much. It's your first time here, definitely go back and check those videos out. Right off the rip, I love when companies include cases for the lenses. This should just happen all the time. Any company that's not including some kind of case to protect the products that you're buying, you're missing out. Send the case, man. It's so convenient and it's nice and you feel protected. All right, here we go. And again, Sandmarc, what's up, dude? And they give you the nice little pouch too with it. There's also an included carabiner, so you can attach it to your bag or your belt loop or your dog. If you're going for a dog walk, you can just have your dog carry this for you, which is convenient. Okay. They include the lens cloth also. Nice touch, Sandmarc. Very impressive so far. There is a clip of sorts. Yeah, it looks like a clip. I'm not sure what this is used for, but I already tore it up anyway. Doesn't even matter. All right, we'll figure this out. Not sure what this clip is for, but we'll get there. And now let's see the lens. There's a nice weight to this lens. It feels heavy. And there it is, the fisheye. Let's cover my eye so you can see it. It just feels like a quality piece of glass right there. Good job. This is their telephoto lens. I would assume the same. Yep, love it. Nice little protective carrying case. Same thing, comes with a carabiner inside the case. Nice protective pouch and another one of these clips. Got to figure out what these clips are about. Lens cloth. Again, just like a nice, this is like a robust, nice feeling, heavy. There's certain things that you get for iPhones especially that just feel cheap. These do not feel cheap. This feels like a solid, good construction, just good. I can't think of other words right now. Always write a script, kids. All right, so there is our unboxing. Here's our two lenses. I'm gonna get the case on my phone and let's pop on, yeah man, let's go for it. Let's pop on this fisheye. Let's see what it looks like. Sorry for the lack of continuity. This is a few days after the clip that you were just watching. For some reason, unbeknownst to me, the audio from the clip that I originally shot for this part of the video, it was completely out of sync, and I tried my hardest to get it to line back up, but after a while, I just decided that it would be quicker to just record something new from scratch. And that's what you're watching right now. This is the new one. This is the fisheye lens on my iPhone, and it's doing exactly what you'd expect a fisheye lens to do. A very wide field of view, slightly warped, but kind of cool looking. A couple of friends of mine, way back in the day, had a skateboard company, and this type of lens is what they recorded all of their videos on. Yeah, I'm old. So if you're into that style of video, then this lens, it's the way to go. This lens is a look. It's very niche, but in the right hands, I think it's a great option. Now that I've used these lenses, I have some thoughts. It has been a range of emotions with these two lenses over the past several days and the entire state of our world right now, but we'll stay with the lenses. I've gone back and forth. At first, I felt good. I thought to myself, these things are pretty sweet. And then I use them a bit more. You start to pick up on some shortcomings and you start thinking, these things aren't so sweet. And then you process. You begin to understand the intent, or at least what I think the intent was for these lenses. First, I want to address a few small inconveniences. Not sure if that's the right word, but we'll go with it. I mentioned earlier about the build quality and the weight of these lenses, which I'm a fan of. Sandmarc did a great job. They made a quality product, It feels robust. It feels like it's gonna last a long time. However, if you decide to purchase one of these lenses with the thin case, the one that I have here, and you plan on using MagSafe accessories, that would be a bad idea. Once you have the lenses screwed onto the case, like I said, these things are heavy, and this case does not have a magnetic pass-through like other cases do. Here's a MagSafe ring right here. The case, it's got a click there, right? But if you try to hold the case by just the MagSafe ring here, it is, it doesn't work at all. You're gonna have to use something with a physical clamp if you plan on having this on a tripod or a selfie stick or something like that. A gimbal, no MagSafe. That's one thing. Next, you cannot use the native Apple iPhone camera app with these lenses. If you do, your iPhone will see these lenses as an obstruction and it will switch away from the lens that you're trying to use. Sandmarc clearly states this on their website, so I'm not implying anything negative. I just want to mention it in the video so you know. I'm not sure about the Android side of this, if their app does the same thing, sees obstructions, switches lenses. Anyone that uses Android that has any experience with that, please say something in the comments below. The app that I was using is from Moment. It's their new one, and it worked perfectly fine. Is this a friction point? Yeah, I think it is. But there are plenty of free camera apps that you can download, and a bunch of those apps offer way more control and creative freedom than the default app. In the beginning of the video, I mentioned this clip that comes with the lenses. This is to mount the lenses if you don't have a case, and then the clip, clips on your phone. To be real, I don't know what Sandmarc was thinking here. It does not work at all. I tried to line up the lens with the camera and it just doesn't, you can't perfectly line it up. Just buy a case, don't use this clip. Now, with all of that out of the way, let's talk about the fisheye lens first. It's wide, it's warped, it's not for everyone, but it's perfect for people that are after that look. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, I tend to go with the negatives first, get all the bad stuff out of the way so we can just end on a happy note. And I'm happy to say that as far as negatives, I only have one.
I can only choose one.
And that one thing is you have to be careful when you're holding your phone. Not because of the weight, because of where your hands are sitting on the phone, the fisheye will pick up your fingers in the frame and it looks weird. So you kind of have to hold it like that, and with your fingers kind of spread out on it. It's just be careful how you're holding the phone, because your fingers will definitely show up in the shot. And then when you get home and you look at the photo and all your fingers are in there, that kind of stinks. That's the only negative I have. It also has a close minimum focusing distance, which gives you a very interesting macro look. Reminds me of that Busta Rhymes video. All my old heads, you know what's up.
Even though we're getting money, you could give me some more.
The fisheye, it's pretty cool. It's warped, it's weird, it's wide, and if that's what you're after, then you're gonna like it. Next up, the telephoto lens. This one was a little bit trickier to figure out. All right, let's hop into Lightroom and talk about the negatives first. Like I said, this is the telephoto lens on the 100 lens. Is that too many lenses? Probably. On the 100 millimeter on the iPhone. So this lens right there, that guy. The already telephoto lens. So a telephoto on top of a telephoto. Okay, so my biggest complaint, and I'll show you some evidence for that complaint. There is a lack of focus or a softness to this lens when you have it on the telephoto of the iPhone. You'll see right here, sync up what I'm doing. Now I'm shaking the mouse, I'm shaking that mouse. Here's some nice Muscovy ducks in our backyard. I'm about 7 or 8 feet away from this Muscovy duck, and it's just out of focus. And this is tapped on the face and it's out of focus. Here, I'll just go through a couple. This is an auto with the shutter cranked, so it's not like I'm shaking my hand a little bit. And so operator error, I'd like to believe that operator error is not part of this. There is just, I don't understand. It looks like there's like a halation, almost like a, I don't even know what to call that, like chromatic aberration. Also, you can see all this chromatic here in the reeds. So kind of rough. This shot's a little bit clearer, but not really at all. Let's get to my lovely face. Thank you to my wife for taking these pictures. Yeah, I gotta lose some pounds right there. Yikes, bro. So once again, she's about 15 feet away from me, and at 15 feet, this thing should be a little bit more sharp than this. It just doesn't look good at all. It's just like, yeah, just not a very satisfying look. Yeah, it was bright out, so. And then I had her go about 30 feet away and take this lovely shot, and still same thing. It's just blurry, just a blurry mess. It's not good. I have some video examples after this. I'm just gonna go through the photos first. When I switched over to the 24 millimeter, which is the standard, like the regular, I don't even know, iPhone lens. When you turn your camera on, that's the lens it goes to, the 24. I'll go back outside real quick. So here are our Muscovies again, much clearer, but still not as sharp. This is in natural processing for the Moment app, so there's nothing happening digitally inside these photos, so keep that in mind as well. They're better, they're a lot better, but they're just not, I don't know what it is. There's just something about this lens that just gives it a very soft kind of look. Then I went inside. This is my dog Gemma. She's our cute little husky. This shot of Gemma is probably one of the best photos I think came out of it. And this is from, you know, about 8 feet away from her. And now she's coming closer. Obviously she's moving, so there might be a little bit of blur there, but it's definitely better. There's some sharpness there, but still, I don't know. It's just not super pleasing. So then back in the studio, I took a few pictures of Darth Maul, and this is with the telephoto on the 24, so same thing. Just never a clean shot, never a sharp focused shot. One more thing I want to show you guys on the photo side. These are just the default 100 mil lens photos from the camera. So if you were to put the telephoto on the 24 mil, you're gonna get 48 millimeters out of that. If you were going to put the telephoto onto the 100, you're gonna get 200. So this is a 200 digital with just the iPhone default. And I get it, I know. Well, this is all dusty, whatever, dude, don't judge me. This photo, just with the digital zoom, it looks better than the physical or the actual optical zoom from the telephoto that's on the 100. I don't know, not the biggest fan of this, but hey, you know, people get sick of YouTubers just saying that products are awesome and try to sell them. Yeah, this thing it's kind of a bummer. I was thinking it was gonna be a lot sharper and a lot cleaner. User error, I don't know, I don't think so. I'm not claiming that I know everything about photography, but as far as iPhones go, if you're selling a product that just clips onto an iPhone, most people just want to, you know, turn their camera app on and snap some shots. There shouldn't be a ton of knowledge that you need to know to get the product to look good, in my opinion. You know, I don't know. So not the biggest fan of this telephoto lens. It just was not performing as well as I thought. All right, next up, I'm gonna show you some video examples from this telephoto as well. This is with the telephoto on the 100 millimeter, and I'm about 100 yards-ish, 150 yards away from this lifeguard building, the lifeguard building, you know what I'm talking about. And once again, I'm tapping to focus on this lifeguard shack, and it's not getting there. It's not clean, it's not crisp, it's not sharp. I'll continue with our Miami adventure. All right, this shot, Hollover Inlet. This is with the 100, so this is the telephoto with the 24 mil. It's a little bit cleaner, but not, you know, not tack sharp. Definitely looks a little bit better, but the stabilization, I don't know, it's a little shaky, but you're not using the native iPhone camera app, so you're losing out on that stability. Obviously, the Moment app doesn't give you the same digital stab as the regular default app. Here's another shot real quick. Let me get rid of the volume. Once again, this shot does look a little cleaner, but it is pretty shaky and it's not, you know, I don't know. It's not terrible. This is probably the best clip while using this lens. And the last two things, this is my wife Kate working on her pyrography. This is once again with the telephoto on the 24 mil. The last clip and this clip are probably the best examples of this lens working well, in my opinion. Here's one more for you. Close focusing is not this lens's friend, so don't do that. This is about, I wanna say 5 feet away, roughly, with the camera. You know, it's not bad, it's pretty clean, but once again, controlled lighting, yada, yada, yada. There are all the examples of the telephoto on the 24 mil and the 100 mil. Kind of in the air, right? I don't know. You know, there's a lot of it that I'm not too impressed with, and there's only a few shots, a handful of shots that are usable, that look okay, I guess. If you're gonna use your iPhone, just use the regular 100 lens that's already there. Yeah, and I don't know why you would take a telephoto and put it on your 24, because your 24 is specifically for that. So, let's finish up with some closing thoughts, but I'm gonna take a second to have some coffee real quick. Right back. I'll give this a hit and a miss. I'll say that the fisheye, it's a hit if you're specifically looking for what this lens offers. If you want that really wide, kind of warped, niche-y, skateboardy kind of look, then this lens is pretty good. I would say this is a fun lens to just have in your repertoire, to throw on there, to give you a little bit different of a feel for the videos that you're making. The telephoto lens, on the other hand, I just could not get this thing to just look good. I don't know what it was. I showed you all the examples. There's a softness, there's halation, there's like chromatic aberration in there. It's just not a very pleasing look. And like I said before, ease of use for iPhone accessories, I think, is the most important factor to weigh in when you're buying something. You don't want to have to learn an entire process of photography. And I know that sounds counterintuitive coming from a channel that talks about photography and videography, obviously, but most people, they don't want to mess with the shutter and the ISO and the aperture. They just want to throw their phone on auto, put a lens on, take some pictures, and just get good results. And the 100, it was tough. It was confusing. It didn't want to focus. Yeah, hit and miss, you know? Fisheye for the hit, the telephoto for the miss, maybe back to the drawing board, Sandmarc, I don't know. Just odd lens. If anyone else has these lenses and had a better result with that telephoto, I would be very curious to hear your thoughts. So let me know in the comments below. I'd like to give a huge thank you to Sandmarc. This is the first company that has ever sent me anything to review. I just want to be honest, and that's really all it comes down to. Be honest about the product that you're reviewing, because integrity and honesty go a long way. Yeah, and this video is all over the place. I shot this over the course of almost 2 weeks. To anyone that saw the video before this one, and the people especially that commented on that video, thank you very much. That your kind words meant a lot to me at this point, and it's tough for creators not to ignore what's happening. At the end of the day, we're all trying, work or do something with our career or focus on something other than all the terrible news that's happening. So yeah, big thank you to everyone that watched that video. If you haven't watched that video and you want to give it a look, I appreciate that too. Yeah, that was it. That was my review on the Sandmarc telephoto and the fisheye. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you made it to this point in the video, it's probably time to subscribe if you haven't already. And give this video a thumbs up if you think it was insightful or helpful in any way. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. All right, I promise I will see you soon. Sooner than you think. All right.